Nick, Wild Web, Heavyweight, 11-0, 9 knockouts. Subscribe to Sporting Icon for your latest boxing news. Come!
So this is video number 2 of 3. Go check out the previous one where I asked who's at fault for the undisputed fight not happening. On that one, over 1,600 people voted and 81% said Team Wilder. So this one is about the next heavyweight breakout thing. Now, of course, I was aiming it at British, of course. I should have stated that a bit more clearly thinking about it. But anyway, on this one, over 1,100 people voted, so good stuff. Again, you don't have to be a subscriber to vote, but it's nice if you are, so thank you very much if you did. Now, the question was, who could be the next heavyweight breakout big thing? All below are currently prospects under 25 years old, but who is the one to lead the division in a few years? Now, again, I was aiming it at British prospects, British heavyweights, of course. And, okay, so naturally people will say, well, Joe Joyce could be. That's fair enough, but of course he's over 25. In fact, he's what, 31, 32, whatever he is now. And again, a lot of people said Nick Webb. Again, I would love it to be so, but again, he's over 30. Dillian Whyte, he's touching 30, and Anthony Joshua is also touching 30. So of course, I'm talking about the new crop to replace these guys. That's what I'm talking about. So like Joe Joyce, Nick Webb, and Dillian Whyte, and Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, all etc. could still be dominant over the next few years, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when these guys are reaching the end of their career, who's going to take over. Now, the candidates were Daniel Dubois, Nathan Gorman, Naylor Ball, and Hughie Fury. Now again, I can only put 5 options in here. I wish I could do several, but that is what it is. And the 5th one was other, named in comment section. Now, out of the ones that people actually voted, 66% voted Daniel Dubois, 12% Nathan Gorman, 1% Naylor Ball, 14% Hughie Fury. So there's a lot of people saying Daniel Dubois could be the next big thing at heavyweight, from the British side, of course. And in the comment section below, obviously there's plenty of people who were saying about Joe Joyce, as I said, but again, and see if we can find some other ones. A few people put in foreign fighters, but again, I mean, that is my fault. I should have really stated British, but I forgot. What can I say? So other ones like Martin Piccoli. Good shout. Very, very good shout. Other ones, let's have a quick look down here. Again, Joe Joyce was saying it. Joe Joyce again. Joe Joyce. Actually, it would have been interesting had I put Joe Joyce on there as to where he would have finished. Maybe he would have actually finished top, because a lot of people were saying Joe Joyce will be the next big thing in a few years' time. So obviously you guys are expecting him to go on to dominate for a few years then, I suppose. But anyway, I'm just getting that news out there for you all, that most of you guys think that Daniel Dubois, with 66% of the votes, will be the next big thing. Now, for me, again, from an impartial kind of perspective, of course, because, you know, I like all British fighters, so I'm not singling out anybody, but you guys did vote Daniel Dubois. I can certainly see why you would say that. He is a big powerhouse. He's only 20 years old. He'll be 21 in September. So he's still very, very young, very raw. Amateur experience, virtually nothing, because Frank Warren turned his head with some money to bring him into the pro game. So he's losing out on a lot of amateur experience. So maybe this might go against him. But in turn, of course, Anthony Joshua, he only had 45 fights as an amateur. And, you know, he won a gold medal at the Olympics. And, you know, look where he is now as a pro. So maybe. But for me, I think Daniel Dubois, he could be the next big thing, as in physically, and be a dominant force. But will he be a household name? Will he be a celebrity, if you like, as far as like a Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua kind of esque? Unlikely, unless he starts opening his mouth. For me, he's very, very shy. And, you know, that's just his personality. Or maybe he's not shy. Maybe he's just holding back. I don't really know. But for me, he seems very, very shy. But again, a lot of that could be because he hasn't reached his full maturity yet. Maybe that's what it is. But for me, if he wants to become a star, Frank Warren needs to start taking him to some elocution classes and, you know, give him some confidence, you know, do some hypnotherapy, do something so he opens his mouth, becomes a bit brash. Now, I'm not saying that you know, he should be cocky and arrogant, not at all. Confident, sure, but he should certainly open his mouth and be a bit more vocal, because when he speaks, you really have to turn the volume up. You can't really hear it. So that's my only real criticism at the minute. But as I said, he is still a kid. He does seem very shy. Obviously, everything's new to him, so he's got plenty of time. No rush for him. But anyway, just get that news out there for you all. That 66% of you guys, out of the options that I gave you, thought that Daniel Dubois would be the next big thing, with Hughie Fury after that and Nathan Gorman after that. But Nathan Gorman, Hughie Fury, 12%, 14%, pretty close, right? So anyway, Daniel Dubois is the one that most people are pinning their hopes on to become the next big thing at heavyweight. Drop your thoughts below, click that thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.